I have a question for you. Do you think Helen Keller was a fraud? Wait, before I say that, Helen Keller, not Anne Frank. Anne Frank definitely went through awful, awful things, and like then we all read her
Yeah.
diary. It was fucked up. Like
See,
that went through enough.
yeah. See,
But
it took me a second to even process your question because I had to put together who was who,
yeah,
and it's definitely not Anne Frank. That is a fraud.
yeah, no.
Anyways,
Anne Frank is the best. Was I did have a few drinks last night, so I am not drinking today on the episode.
so did I. We probably shouldn't keep up like a Wednesday night out thing.
No.
Not that we planned it in 2 different cities.
Yeah.
But yeah, every now and then you go through the week and it's Thursday, you're like, all right, I'll go a little loose. Now we're doing Wednesdays. Like this is
Yeah.
not a good,
I was like,
thing.
I was like, hey, this is we're a little far from the last time we had a drink. I was like, we should probably push it up a day. I ended up going out to watch the World Series game last night. Unfortunately, I know I'm wearing a San Francisco hat. I can't fucking stand the Dodgers. So I was rooting for the Yankees, but the Yankees didn't play. We blew a 5-point lead. It was
5-run. If you're a baseball person,
5-run lead. Yeah, either way. But yeah, it was upsetting to see that because it was like I got to the bar and I had a drink and I was actually with a coworker who doesn't drink.
what about, do they do vitamins?
Yep.
Okay.
And
California sober, as the kids call it.
Yes, and I actually told him that, and he didn't know that was a term. He's like, "Is that a thing?" And I was like, "That's you, my man." And he was like, "Hell yeah, I'm gonna use that." I'm like, "You should." And then so he pretty much just watched me down like 3 double vodka sodas. And like I started drinking them quicker as
you get deeper in vodka sodas.
Well, yeah, they just start tasting better or like nothing. So you're like, all right, yeah, fuck it, pour me another one. Like, make it a triple. Yep. But we ended up we ended up doing that, and then but also as the Yankees got worse and worse, like they were making more errors, and I was like, okay. I was like, yep, we're gonna do one more. And she had closed us out, and I go, maybe put one more.
All right, so did you ask to close out, or was she like, all right, like
she closes? I mean, everyone else had left. We were the last 2 people on the patio because it was like patio in October in Chicago.
Getting a little chilly.
But it was perfect. The past 2 days have been 80. Today's 53. So it was
global warming.
Probably like low 70s when we went for the game. But like still, it was like breezy 70s. But the wind started to pick up, and then it was rainy all day today. So. But yeah, I actually, and you'll be proud of me for this, I started going to the gym again.
Wow.
Like regularly. I went like a couple days in a row this week, and that's a huge win for me because normally I do one and I'm like, I'm so sore.
How are you feeling?
I'm super fucking sore, but in a good way. Like, it's like I've almost changed my perspective on it, but I do it as part of my morning ritual now. So so like I do, like I get up and then I do my weights immediately as soon as I get in there, and then I do cardio to cool down, and then I do I go in and I've started doing the I feel like an old man getting his schwitz. I go in, I do my steam room.
I mean, I'm so pissed my gym does not have a steam room. I would do it every day if I had the opportunity.
So every gym I've gone to had a sauna. And I was like, okay, whatever. And I would use it sometimes, but the steam room is such a game changer, especially after a night out.
Oh my God. I mean,
like you go in, I don't even work out sometimes on a night out. I'll just like after like a Sunday morning, sometimes I'll be like, I'm hurting real bad. I'll just go sit in the steam room because it's got like that eucalyptus like scent in it. I
don't think you're the only one in that. Like, I think a lot of people do it. Same with saunas. Like on like weekends, like I'm just going there just to sweat.
Well, yeah, and so like the nice thing is they have a hot tub too. So like sometimes, if I go,
what gym is this?
This is the Lincoln Park Athletic Club.
Oh, you
Yeah.
got money. Okay,
I go
okay.
to an athletic club.
Yep. Yeah.
Uh,
Never been there. Heard amazing things. My brother's wife used to go there and
love it.
just spoke like how awesome it was. I want her to work there. So like free membership
There
all
was
day.
actually a Pilates instructor that looked so much like her, and
Okay.
I was, like, in the back of this class. Well, no, it wasn't Pilates. It was like an interval, like high intensity interval
Hit
thing.
a hit class?
Yeah, HIIT class. And
Okay.
then, I was, like, in the back of this class, and this is, like, a year and a half ago, and I'm, like, working out, and I was like, "Is this fucking Nicole?" Like, I was like I'm like, "Dude, hey, girl." Like, we know each other.
Great
I'm like
class today.
I'm like, "Remember when I threw up on that boat?" Uh,
If you don't, your son does.
your son saw the whole thing.
he,
Yeah.
he still wakes up at night. Ah!
No, I thought I heard heaving.
What
Um,
was it, honey? It was that man. I can't get the sound out of my ears.
I can't hear yeah, anytime someone says, "Hold my cigarette," I start to cry. Because that was the day that I had, like, just bought, like, a brand new pair of swim trunks.
Yeah, you also didn't eat anything.
I didn't eat anything because, like, I was an adult. I woke up at, like, a cool, like, 10 AM to get on the boat at 10:30, and I was like, "Well, no time for bullshit."
Might as well crack one. Yep.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, I got beer," it's like eating a loaf of bread, and you just get drunk about it.
Yeah.
Bill Hader has a funny bit about that where he's like, he was doing a character on SNL, and he was like, "Yeah," he's like, "a Guinness." He's like, "It's the same as, having a dinner roll." He goes, "But it's crazy." He goes, "I've never woke up naked on someone's front lawn after 12 dinner rolls." But
Amen.
yes, so I started going to the gym today, or not today, like just today. No, yeah, like Tuesday. And then immediately I was like
Bless you.
just like started doing the steam room first day, and then that was like immediate as soon as you do that, I mean, at that point you're already naked in the locker room. You might as well just jump in the shower. So I've been showering there too. And I mean,
Whoa.
yeah.
Wow.
I'm like,
You're
I do
doing
the
it.
whole thing. I do the whole
Yeah.
thing. Like I feel like, yeah, like an old man at the club, you know what I mean? Just sit there, read the paper with my leg up, completely fucking naked.
Yep.
I
Yep.
was it is crazy cuz like it's always like the oldest men possible that just are like they're like, "Well, fuck a towel."
Yeah. Oh,
Like
for sure. I
they're
mean,
like
the shit is dragging on the floor. Let's be
yeah,
honest. Like
it's just bouncing between their kneecaps and you're like, "Ugh."
yeah.
I saw
Gets get stuck in the drain, you know.
yeah, I think it's the suction. I saw a guy, he wasn't even old. Like he was like 40s maybe at tops.
Mhm.
And he maybe like early 50s. He comes into the steam room and he didn't bring a towel. Well, he did, but just to sit on. Like he literally just brought it in like this in front of him, and then he set it down, just like, and then he turned around and he sat down and he kind of kept his hands like over his junk. And then when people would walk in, but then he would open it up and he would just sit there like, like he
When
wasn't,
people walked in, he
he was like,
essentially
"Whoa, don't look at it." And then he was like, "All right, you can look at it." And I was like, man, I was like, this guy's confidence. This is how I'm trying to be. You know what I mean?
let me how I guess do you like if this man, you know, walked by you on the street, would you recognize him?
I was really trying not. I try not to look at people in there. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like looking up. Like that's when I do my like reflection on the day ahead of me. What has happened so far? Because sometimes I do get tied up in the morning and I end up going around like noon.
Yeah.
So like then I was like, okay, so I just reflect on the day. I do like a prayer, things like that. And then I saw this guy just walk in, fucking just no holds barred. He did not give a shit.
Just full on Tarzan, not
Yeah,
even
he was
more.
like, he's like, I pay the fee just like the rest of you. And I'm like, then use the towels that we pay for. Like, but yeah, so okay, steam room 10 times better. But I will say, and I always knew this, and I think you and I have talked about this in the past, but people work out weird. Like some people, like not that they're doing it wrong. It's just some people, like sometimes the faces they make, or some people are just in their own world when they're working out and they're so zoned out. Like I saw some dude like taking a break between sets, and he was probably like 2 knuckles deep in his nose. Like, and I was like, it's not one of those like, oh, I got a thing here, it's not one of those. It wasn't
He was
like, okay, we can make it
digging.
quick. Yeah, he was like, he was sitting there, he's like, oh yeah, and he's like, but he's also scrolling through Twitter while he's like going through the set, and you're like, I was like, you think nobody else is like seeing you? Like, not everybody's so fucking zoned in on their like, because I was like between sets. I try not to look at my phone because I'm like trying to like take a break from my, like while I'm at the gym, I'm trying not to be sitting there just responding to text. Because then I start responding to emails, I start responding to what. So I just staring around, kind of people watching, and this guy's like fucking, and I was like, it's gonna come out his eye, like he's deep.
He needs to be careful.
I was like, he's gonna poke an eye out, like from the direction that nobody's worried about. But yeah, so that was. I was like, oh wow, and then I was like, I saw that, and I looked over to the other side, and there's a guy doing pull-ups. He's like, yeah, yeah, but he's almost like biting the air, and I'm like, personally, can't do a pull-up, so like, great on that guy. First of all, want to just say that right now, I would probably look dumb as fuck doing them too, but I'm just gonna say, I don't think anyone gracefully does it. I was thinking about it for hours after that. I'm like, I don't think there's a good way to do it and not look like you're trying to like bite something in front. Like it was just a weird. Again, I can't do one, so I'm not judging. I'm just observing. Other than that, yeah, I mean, I still can't get over the guy that just did not use a towel in the steam room. I was like, fucking, let's get a load of this guy. Am I right, guys? But then yesterday I was in there and the guy goes, oh, hey, is it cool if I put more water in the steam thing? And we were like, yeah, go for it. He did it and it filled up. And I don't think I'd ever been in there when it first fills up. And it's so thick. It's so awesome. Like you can just feel your pores open.
It's insane. It's awesome though.
How was your week?
Busy, filled with germs.
Germs?
Yeah. Her and I both got this little bug. I call it allergies because I've never, all my life, allergies have not been a thing.
Right.
At all. Been #blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that changed like a week ago. About a week ago. Went to Virginia Beach for Halloween. Had like a little Halloween a bar was doing like a competition for costumes, though we never at least got the witness first, second, and third place. Like we were just waiting, and I'm like, is someone walking around them with like a clipboard or anything? Like who's running the competition? Because our group thought we had some possible winners.
Yeah, I saw your guys's on like Instagram. It was good.
The gram, yeah. Once you're a couple like vodka orange crush slushies deep, you start to really think you are Stone Cold Steve Austin. You really start to think you're Hulk Hogan. It's just, it gives you a little bit of confidence. So every now and then you throw up the belt, like, been there, done that, pinned him. I'm the champ.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can try and get this. I'm gonna see if I can try and get this a picture of you guys up on the screen.
Okay.
Because it was really good. No, you keep talking. Like, how else was your week? Like, how was Virginia Beach?
Virginia Beach was good. The breeze on the ocean shore is not a joke. Witnessed
Oh yeah.
a 10K of just Halloween costumes galore. It was amazing. The best ones we saw were people in hot air balloons.
Oh yeah.
They were hot air balloons, but they were in laundry baskets with like PVC pipe or some kind of pole, shoot them up, and then like a beach ball or a balloon on top. And it was really creative, and
Oh,
it
that's
was
dope.
probably really easy too. Saw a lot of like Lilo and Stitch. Just saw a lot of like the usuals, vampires, witches. But it was good. Kind of mad that I didn't know about the race because I would have loved to do it. Not like
Yeah,
I would have enjoyed it, but I think it would have just been like fun.
the
Speaking of
race or the contest.
the race,
Okay.
though, like still think we had. I don't know. There was a lot of really good costumes. There was a dude in the bar on stilts, so like there was some very like high class costumes going on. Gosh, there was one dude that walked by and I was like, oh, he killed it. And I totally forgot who he was. Shocker.
Oh, here it's on Logan's. Oh, tell her to accept the request because it's private. It's for
Logan,
Windy City Joe's.
will you accept a follow request?
Yeah.
A follow request on your Instagram? You'll see.
Oh, we could just deep dive her fucking Instagram. Talk about all of it.
What? Yes. She's excited that she's getting
I heard. Oh yeah, she might gain some followers from this.
Definitely.
Yeah, she's gonna blow up.
She said, thanks, I'm honored.
Oh my god, wait, hold on. They're not in here. Did you guys not post them or did you put them on your story?
Oh, they were stories.
Oh, damn it. Damn it. It was really good. He was Stone Cold, which we saw in the Halloween episode. And she was Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
Right?
Mhm.
And that was really cool. I will say, like, this is I was like, they're perfect for each other.
We killed it.
Speaking of Halloween costumes, you get mad at me because I like to go for like obscure, like really not noticeable, like costumes that also look like just streetwear clothes.
Yeah, I don't think you go 100%.
Yeah. Well, okay. Did you see my actual?
No.
Cool. I'll post it on Instagram, but I'll just go fuck myself, I guess.
Did I like it?
I don't know. Okay, let's see. Present.
Oh, the robbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When is the robbers? And then Merkel's had the wall of money.
Okay. You want me to be impressed?
Yeah, you're not super impressed by this?
No. You're just wearing all black, which you already do, and you're just wearing dark sunglasses when it's night, and you do
See,
that.
you say that, but I'm not wearing any black right now.
Okay, yeah, but I think you planned that. What
I
color
planned
are
that.
your pants? Are you wearing pants?
No, I'm raw dogging it. You really want me
Okay.
to stand up?
like the dude in the steam room.
Yeah.
Okay.
He inspired me.
Okay.
No, they're green athleisure shorts. But yeah. So whatever, I guess I'll just fuck myself.
Yeah. Not impressive.
All right,
Look at me. I'm a robber.
okay, well, I at least wore a hat that someone who would rob something would wear, but it was also very cold that day, so I lucked out. So there is. So I saw this video and it made me think of you.
Hey, ready for the party? What do you think?
Who are you?
You seriously don't recognize me?
No.
It's a crew neck, the jeans. It took forever to find the jeans.
I really don't. I have no idea.
Fine, I'll give you a hint. Oh, please let me live with Mom. I want to stay with Mom, please. I'm your son. Who you lost custody of?
A little soon. Happened like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's why it's insane you didn't recognize me immediately.
Oh, ready for the party.
Oh, shit!
You like
yes!
it? You know who I am?
Oh!
No, who are you? The lawyer who gave your wife everything, even though you did nothing wrong?
Well, he did a lot wrong. I mean, his son was like, please save me from him.
yeah.
Save me from the bad man. He's my dad, but I hate him. I hate him.
Right, I did lie a lot.
You lied on the stand.
Yeah, I was a witness. I sold him out immediately. Thought it'd be funny.
Oh, it was funny. I mean, for real, the bailiff was laughing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the stenographer. You know, the stenographer was like giving the eyes like midway through the trial.
She couldn't
Well, she couldn't keep.
I'm not gonna go to the party anymore.
Oh,
you're
come
being a
on.
baby.
You were in fucking shorts.
It was Zoom
It
court.
was Zoom court. Want to make out?
Want to make out. All right. That reminded me, or you of me. I don't know if it's a good thing.
No. It reminded, like in the sense of like you're not even trying. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's something I would wear for Halloween.
True.
Not that you've lost your children in a divorce recently.
No.
That wasn't the part that was just added humor, in my opinion.
I like that. Though the one guy, I don't trust him.
Which one?
The one that was the that it really happened to.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah, he must have done some bad shit. All right. Now, being that we already had our Halloween special, we're in the fall holidays now, right? Like we've experienced Halloween. The leaves are on the ground. The magic is in the air. That's going to take us right into Thanksgiving, right into Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, and then into the new year. But we only do this part of the podcast because Sonny doesn't watch TikToks. Like if you just watch TikToks, I could just send these to him, but I can't. So we had to do a podcast. We had to start a podcast just for me to show him some fucking TikToks. Have you ever seen the TikToks of the magician? The guy who does like magic.
No.
That's what a magician is. So it's redundant for me to say that. Well, get ready, strap in, and this guy. This is, I believe, a compilation is what I downloaded of his, like some of his videos.
You take a bottle, becomes a glass. Where did it go? It's in my ass. Everybody hates magic, and I don't care. I have 3 ropes, all different sizes. Watch, I gather up the ends of the rope, give a little pull. Now they're the same size. I get rid of this rope here. Take these 2, give a whip and nay, and now we got 1 big piece of rope. Now I'm going to show you the best part of the show. After this, you might poop. Watch, I take the ends of the rope, and then I take the middle of the rope, but they're going to change places. Are you ready? Why aren't you laughing? That was comedy. I take the ends of the rope, give a little twist, pull them right off. Now we got a rope with no ends. Huh? What? Ah, put them right back on. Clap. Give me money.
Got a tube and a can of Coke. Put the tube over the Coke, turns into a 3-month supply of antidepressants. This is the mystical fold of Eldoray. Nothing on either side, yet when I reach in, we have 30 parking tickets unpaid that have resulted in a warrant for my arrest.
Okay, I have seen him.
I figured you had. He's like like that first one's on the older side, like OG TikTok.
Yeah, like the one I've definitely seen is just, or maybe there's a couple of videos where things just end up in his ass.
Yeah, there are.
But yeah, those are the ones I've seen.
I love that there's a few of them.
Yep.
But yeah, that is yeah, he's good. He's one of the best magicians I've ever seen.
True. I agree.
And I would like to point out that I haven't seen that many. There was one time though, I was at like a round the clock diner in Indiana, and it was like end of a night, like we were hanging out with friends. Then we were like, oh, we could all go for a snack. So we all went there in like high school, and this guy comes up, and we were there at like midnight, and they got rid of their smoking section when this is a side note. They got rid of their smoking section when everyone else did. But I still, every time I go in and they're like, how many? And I'm like, can we get 3 in the smoking section? And they start to like get weird when you say that now. They'll be like, sir, please don't light up in here. And like, before you light up, we don't have a smoking section. Anyway, so I did my normal bit, and they were like, we don't have a smoking section. I was like, oh, darn, I could have swore you did. I was here smoking cigs last week. And then they were like, then they seat us, and then the guy comes around, and he's just like a busboy, right? But he does magic for tips around at at all the tables. And it was like good. Like, it was like not like Indiana level magic. You know what I mean?
Right.
It wasn't like a farmer offering you magic beans. It was like legit stuff. Like I looked at him and I was like, why aren't you doing Vegas? And yeah, I mean, he was like maybe like slightly older. You know, like when you're like, man, this guy's like old, and you're in high school, and then like you're like, I'm pretty sure I'm his age now.
I was at some like state park or not whatever, a park. And I think there was like kids rides or whatever. It was my birthday. And there was a magician show inside. So we go inside, we all sit down. I'm probably like 7 or 8 at this time. And starts doing his thing. And then of course he needs a volunteer. And because I was the birthday boy, I got chosen. So he puts me on his shoulders and has 6 juggling balls. And then he steps on a piece of wood, a straight piece of wood, a tube, not a 2x4, but like plankton, or not plankton.
Yeah.
What's the plank? What cartoon is that?
Ed, and Nettie.
Ed and Nettie, like that wood, okay?
Yeah.
And then it's on a rolling thing that he's balancing on. So I'm on his shoulders. He's juggling 6 balls plus my little ones, and then he's on the plank. And the more I think about it, I don't think he was a magician. I just think he was a clown. But because I don't remember any magic.
It wasn't really magic. It was more just like a.
Yeah, it was just an act, and it's like it just sounds like it was a guy that called himself a magician, but just was really good at balancing. So
he was like the magic of balance.
But David Blaine,
physics.
David Blaine, best magician, mind freak.
No, wait, hold on. You mixed a couple up because there's Chris Angel, mind freak.
What did I just say?
David Blaine.
Yeah, he's the man.
David Blaine.
He's the best.
But not Chris Angel?
Correct. He's second.
Yeah, because you said mind freak, and that's Chris Angel.
Mind freak. Yeah, I knew that.
Oh, okay.
That's why he was second.
Okay, because you were like, but you said David Blaine, mind freak.
Yeah.
And so I was confused as to think that you thought that maybe, just maybe, David Blaine was also Chris Angel. Speaking of, thinking people are similar and things like that, I had a friend in high school, middle school, that he thought Helen Keller and Anne Frank were the same person.
Yeah, I've ran into a couple of them as well. And I may have been one for a little bit.
No, for a little bit. I mean, like, there's like that little overlap where you're like, I see the parallels they were drawing. Like,
yeah, or like you won't hear the name, but you'll hear like context to their story, and you're just like, oh yeah, it's
one of them.
Which one is it? Yeah, they're not the same person, but I don't know why it just happens.
I have a question for you. Do you think Helen Keller was a fraud? Wait, before I say that, Helen Keller. Not Anne Frank. Anne Frank definitely went through awful, awful things, and like then we all read her diary. It fucked up. Like, that went through enough.
Yeah. See, it took me a second to even process your question because I had to put together who was who.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not Anne Frank that is a fraud.
Yeah,
Anyways,
no. Anne Frank is the best. Was.
this is we're just digging ourselves a deeper hole.
She was. It's a very well written diary.
That shit made me cry. Had to read it in
It
grade
did.
school.
Yeah, I had to,
Just like,
I don't think they made us read it until high school. Or no, not high school. It would have been like middle school.
yeah, like seventh grade sounds right. Maybe
Seventh grade, yeah.
I don't know. Helen Keller, was she a fraud because she was deaf and mute?
And then wrote a fucking book.
And then wrote, yeah. I don't know to the extent because people are like, "Oh, I'm blind." And it's like, okay, do you mean you can't see anything? Or are you just saying like it's a little blurry and you just got about 20 feet in front of you? Because yeah, I understand that's obviously impaired vision, but stop calling yourself blind. You are impaired visually.
No.
Through the ojos. And then people are blind. The ones with the sticks, obviously, like oh my God, speaking of that, I saw a video the other day. Maybe it was on TikTok, who knows? Maybe it was last night. And it was two blind guys meeting. And like eventually one hit the other in the shin. And then the video cut off. I don't know why. The person shouldn't have been scared that they were going to see him and like tell him, hey, delete it.
Yeah.
But talk about like 1 in a million lifetime of something like that to experience. You know, it's like going
two
out,
blind guys at once.
yeah, colliding. It's the city equivalent of like going out in the ocean and like being deep at sea and like having like a beautiful like whale swim by you or a great white or like
Yeah.
it's the city equivalent to that.
Two blind people. Because here's the thing.
Yeah.
I always like I'm always like I see him getting on the train sometimes blind people need to get places. And then I always want to like be like, oh hey, do you need like assistance? But I'm also like, I don't like want to demean them in any way, you know what I mean? Like they're their own person. Also, I always feel like I'm gonna startle them. You know what I mean? Like sneak up on them. I mean, not the way I fucking move, but like, you know what I mean? Like I always like, I'm like, dude, does it constantly feel like someone's sneaking up on you? You know what I mean?
But wasn't it proven true that if you have a deficit, if that's the right word, if you're blind
like
and
you
or
have
deaf,
enhanced other features.
yeah, the other thing is enhanced. So he
Yeah.
probably heard you coming when you're like 30 feet away. He's like,
Yeah.
like that guy just started working out.
Yeah. Like that's why Daredevil is one of my favorite like comic book superheroes is because he's blind. And
He lost me there.
Yeah, I know. But the reason I asked if you thought Helen Keller was a fraud was because a lot of people think that she was, but more on the side of her caretaker, Anne Sullivan, I believe it was. I'm
Sounds right.
Yeah,
Sounds
I'm
right.
like, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I'm like trying to make sure she like Anne Sullivan wasn't like Anne Frank's best friend. But yeah, Anne Sullivan, I'm pretty sure is the one that like ran the water over her hand and like signed it into the palm. They think that she capitalized on the fact that Helen
Frank
Keller.
died.
No.
Helen
No,
Keller.
like Helen Keller was like disabled and all this, and then she like wrote the book for her and was like, oh look at I like the work that I did was so good that this person who was blind and deaf was able to accomplish so much. You know what I mean? Like she almost like cheated for her. And she was like, look, I'm gonna take the test for you. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it was like she's a genius.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there, but you know, I just think it's interesting that is something that could happen.
I mean, that's kind of what happened with Facebook, right? With Zuckerberg.
No, I think Helen Keller and Anne Sullivan is a different situation than like, you know, the Winklevoss twins and Zuckerberg.
You sure?
I'm like pretty positive that it's different. Yeah.
We should ask AI.
Yeah. Should I?
Yes. Ask them. Let it see, you know, let it dive into your brain and because I doubt it's been asked this question. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So okay, let me see. What are we asking it?
Just say
Is
Helen Keller. Say instead of is, my only ask is to say isn't. Like tell the AI that this is how you're feeling, and then I just want to see
wait.
how it
Oh
responds.
yeah, like it isn't.
Yeah, isn't Helen Keller
Isn't
like
Helen Keller and Anne Sullivan? Okay. Question. That's a creative comparison. In both pairs, you have one person credited with something groundbreaking who receives significant assistance or inspiration from another. However, the dynamics and outcomes in each situation are pretty different. Oh, okay, we might actually fucking learn something here.
Can you center it so that people can see?
That's
yeah,
what I'm
there we
trying
go.
to do. Hang on, wait.
Try harder.
Sorry.
How dare you? Sick. Look at that barbecue picture. Do you work out?
I do work out. Like recently, it's super recent. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Nice theme.
Helen Keller and Anne Sullivan. Anne Sullivan was Helen Keller's dedicated teacher and companion, helping her overcome profound challenges due to her disabilities. Together, they created a method of communication that changed Keller's life and allowed her to become an influential advocate, author, and lecturer. Sullivan's role was one of mentorship and teaching with Keller, actively building on what she learned to share her story and fight for disability rights. Okay, so like, I mean, even if she was a fraud, she did some good shit in her lifetime. It was for a good cause.
So okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
no, not a good cause.
Well, I'm questioning the whole lecturer title. I don't know how, but it's fine.
Well, lecturer is like a teacher almost. Well, not necessarily, but I mean, like, I think that's how they're using it, as like a teacher.
But they already said teacher, and I don't think the AI would repeat itself.
But I think that they were, because it's
no, she didn't.
Not in the same sentence. Yeah, mentorship and teaching. Okay, yeah. So she was a lecturer. She would tell her right from wrong, things you should, you know what I mean, things like that. Okay, number 2, Mark Zuckerberg and the Winklevoss twins. The Winklevoss twins claim that Zuckerberg took their idea for a social networking site that they had initially proposed to him. This led to a high-profile legal dispute, resulting in a financial settlement. Here, the relationship was competitive rather than collaborative, focusing on intellectual property and the origin of an idea rather than mentorship or shared goals. Yeah, so I don't think they're similar. I mean, I think like how ChatGPT did say it was a
read that last paragraph, how they sum it up. AI knows best. This is what we'll take for the rest of our lives.
So while both scenarios involve collaboration, in Keller and Sullivan's case, there's a spirit of mutual respect and growth. Meanwhile, Zuckerberg and the Winklevoss twins' relationship centered around dispute and competition over credit and ownership. So there's that.
All right.
But
a little bit.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Okay.
Well, not saying that to go back to the bot, but I think we just ask AI if Helen Keller was a fraud and kind of see what it comes up with. We both have our opinions, but I want to know what it thinks, because that's a deep question, and I think AI will make it even deeper and probably bring up points that we didn't even think were known because we're human.
No, Helen Keller was not a fraud. She genuinely overcame tremendous obstacles to communicate and advocate for people with disabilities. See, that's why I think, regardless of whether she was a fraud or not, like, she advocated for people with disabilities. that is worth it. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
because yes, but here's the thing.
Like, no, do
When
I think she faked it? No, I don't think she faked it. I think maybe Anne
right.
Sullivan did a little bit more than she claimed to have. But like other
to
than that,
benefit.
to benefit both of their like moved up. I don't know if they came from money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if they was just to like elevate themselves in society or
Mm.
in the eyes of the public, whatever. So
Here's the thing though. When I hear about a person with disabilities, my brain does not think of deaf and blind people. And is that bad?
no, but I mean, there's so many different, especially now. There's so many different types of disability. Like even technically, ADHD is a disability. Technically, I mean, like I guess there's different severities of everything too. So like some people are partially blind. Like some people are like me. You know what I mean? Like with ADHD, but then there's some people who,
But I know, but nobody's like, yeah,
like
like that person's disabled. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, not
and
now.
you look over and you just see a normal person and you don't know they can't hear you. They're deaf.
Right.
Like you're not looking and thinking that you're looking at
You think they should
just a
wear
deaf
something?
person.
You think they should?
No. I almost feel bad that like I'm like I think my brain is messed up because when I hear the word disabled, I think of not deaf and blind people, and I need to bring them into the category. But here's the thing, I'm in the category, so I
Yeah.
feel like more people are in the category than not in the category currently. And what is the level of you are now disabled?
Right. Yeah. I guess yeah. No,
Didn't
I
think
guess
we'd
that
get there today.
no, I did. This is not where I have so many more videos. I told you, I said when we do these web searches, and especially when we chat with AI, this just like we go on these deep dives. Like last I looked, we were at 12 minutes. It's at 41.
That's, I mean, yeah.
We're just testing the boundaries of man. All right. Well, okay. So technically, AI says she's not a fraud. I don't think she's a fraud.
Yeah, I'm gonna absolutely say she's not a fraud because
Right.
then I'm telling the world that I think it's okay that a person with disabilities is a fraud because I don't think that can happen.
You don't think a person with disabilities could be a fraud? Well, it depends. I could commit fraud tomorrow. You know what I mean? I mean, you can be a fraud in any
Severe disabilities,
severe disabilities.
which I would label blind and deaf into that category.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty severe.
Yeah. Where do you put colorblind? I don't think the community is going to come after us however you answer this question, just so we're clear. So fire away.
Not severe.
No,
it's like
not at all.
eating a jalapeno without the seeds.
Yeah.
But I've never met more people that didn't know they were colorblind than in the military. They bless you.
Thank you.
They, especially like while it was happening. Like I was in a room of 15, 20 dudes and like 3 of them just come back and they're just like, oh, never knew. Like, and I'm just like, what?
Brett
What
had
do
a
you-
couch forever. Like when we were growing up, he had a couch in his living room that was green. It was green. It was like a deep green leather couch. And if the lighting was dim, it would look black, But like if the lights were on, you could tell. Like if you shine a flashlight on it, you'd be like, "That's fucking green."
Mhm.
And to this day, he will not admit that those couches are green. But that fucker is red and green colorblind, and every year he pretends to cry when his mother puts up the Christmas tree because he'll go home and he'll be like, "Why do you even put it up, Mom? I can't see it."
Oh, that poor
Yeah.
Miss Brett's mom.
Yeah. So, All right. More videos for you specifically.
Are these TikToks?
These are TikToks. I think some of them are from their Instagram page. But I actually found a deep dive of this guy's. His name is Will something. Hang on.
That's an interesting name. Will something.
Will Angus from Almost Friday. They have the Almost Friday podcast, the Friday beers, all
Okay.
that stuff. Super cool group, those guys. Anyway, but this is one of his like really old, like during like COVID TikToks.
Okay.
Hey, Mom. Will's almost here.
What? The house is a wreck! Look, there's fucking boxes everywhere! Look! We're in the middle of the remodel! How can he come? He's gonna hate us!
What's up, man? What's up, James? How you doing, man? Good. Good to see you. What the fuck is this? This place is a fucking wreck!
I told you, James, I told you this would happen!
You want to vacuum?
He's never gonna want to come back.
Why did you invite me? Why did you not?
This is all your fault. This is all your fault.
Mom, guess where I am? Yup, and their place is a fucking wreck!
Remodel, you can help us. Is this a good wallpaper?
Fuck you! You stupid son of a bitch.
That's me! I'm the bitch!
You're part of the problem!
Yeah, I like that one. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
I love those guys.
So that guy has a bunch of them, right? But he does like group ones. Have you seen the ones? I think I've sent you some of them on Instagram with the entrepreneur, like where they're like where the guy does the. Oh, I'll show those next time for sure. Yeah, like the DuPont method. I've never sent you those. I'll send you one of them, but I'm gonna bring you a different one to class next week.
With my new desk.
Yeah, you're gonna have a new desk and everything. All right, I got one more by him, and then I have a third video, but we might not show it right away. Okay.
Did you grief my Minecraft server?
No, what?
All the chickens are gone. It's not wolves.
I didn't know you had a Minecraft server.
Would you like to see it?
Sure.
This is my dog, Fluffy. I'm not sure.
Do you have me in a cage down there? It says Liam, and then there's a trap door. Am I in there? Open that trap door.
The world's randomly generates, so... Hello, ladies!
What's that sign say?
Wives.
Those are your wives?
These are some of my wives.
Some of your wives?
Sure.
What do you mean, sure?
Sure. I think everyone's had enough water today. Father Zachary! Oh, you've been awful naughty. Father Zachary likes to get the other villagers excited with scripture.
Go down there right
Just
now.
saying, are you sure?
Positive,
Are you sure you want to see
positive.
it?
Go down there right now. What the fuck is this, man?
Okay.
Dude.
Happy birthday, Gloria.
What?
Of course, that's my first wife. Of course, she was my wife until I found out about what was happening with Father Zachary. Now she's where she is.
Is that a grave?
His bastard.
Bucket for pooping and peeing?
Pooping and peeing? Yeah.
The bed?
6. Father Zachary, your son's mind is like wet clay. I will mold it. Not so spiritual now. Another failed coup. Pride. One of the 7 deadly sins, and to think they all elected me. Goodbye, Zachary. Tell Gloria I said hello.
I used to play Minecraft in like junior year of high school because it was the only free game to download to the computer, and
now it's like $50.
Yeah,
and
that's what we would do during class.
I love Minecraft. When you take vitamins and you go and you just
build shit.
Yeah. Well, we're adults. Yeah. When you smoke a little weed and then you just
build shit.
Yeah. I've only ever played on like PlayStation or Xbox. Or can you play on PlayStation? I think I might only play on Xbox.
I don't know, to be honest.
I'd have to imagine at this point they've opened it up. And then like my sister plays on PC, and she was like, it's so much quicker. You can build shit way quicker. It's like, yeah, she's like, it's eons better than playing on like a console.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. I like those guys a lot. The Almost Friday, and they have like a bunch of different ones. And you would actually really like this. They have a podcast where they do like it's like improv bits. So it's fun. It's a good time.
What's
I
it
like
called? Do you know?
the Almost Friday podcast, but it's on like YouTube. I don't know if they're on the normal like Spotify. I just watch them on YouTube, or I'll watch clips of it on TikTok.
Do you think you
but-
could do that?
Like improv bits on like a podcast. Like what have I been doing for the past 15 minutes?
Making fun of people with disabilities.
I guess that is how it could come across to some people.
A
But that is
million percent.
the comments are gonna be like, can't believe they feel this way.
Yeah, like this
And
is
it's
their
really
third
not.
episode.
This is their third
We're
episode
already
after the
gonna get
reboot.
sued.
Yeah. God. But I mean, that's okay. I mean, I don't feel that way about people with disabilities. I hear a lot of I just brought up about Helen Keller because I mean I was on that part of TikTok for a little while, and sometimes like yeah, I do feel like I'm responsible for my For You page, but I also feel like maybe it does like sometimes they show you shit that I'm like, I didn't really ask for this. I don't feel like this one's my fault, you know. I wasn't like going down rabbit holes looking to like doubt Helen Keller. So it just kind of like they just started showing me videos, and I was like, oh, I guess that's a new way to think about it.
This is TikTok's fault.
I would blame that. Yeah. So not even our country's fault.
It's supposed to, whether it's going to get banned is like decided on like January 20th or something. If it's not bought by a US company.
Right. But
like
you know what I really miss?
What?
I really miss Vine.
Yeah, those are the days.
But also, a lot of the people that were on Vine have like allegations and shit. Like I feel like that was the original, like people rose to fame too quickly.
I mean, the Paul brothers, that's where they got their start, I think. Luke Combs got his start on Vine.
Yeah.
I tried to be a Viner. Obviously, that went well.
Yeah, because you're super famous, so that's why we're doing this podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I loved Vine. I used to like I had an Android at the time, but I used to steal my sister's iPhone to make Vines and like watch it. I'd be like, for an hour, can we like trade phones? And she used to get so pissed.
Only 6 seconds. 6 seconds to change your life.
Wouldn't that be? Yeah, they were the funniest like 6-second videos too.
Yeah, yeah. And they're
All
on
right.
to something too, because that's why our attention span is shit, because we were obsessed and loving 6 seconds of content. So then everyone else is like, oh, that's all it takes.
And now our attention spans are ruined.
Yep. Thanks, Flavor 40, Red 40.
Do you watch the guys on SNL that kind of took over for The Lonely Island?
No, I didn't know that happened.
Yeah, so there's a new group of guys called Please Do Not Destroy. And then they have a movie out on like a Peacock, I believe. It's so funny. But I mean, I find these guys hilarious. And they do, you know, shorts and stuff for SNL, but they also had like a bunch of shorts that they did way before. Like that's how they got found by SNL. I had watched their movie with like somebody, and the person was like, oh my God, this feels like I just watched like an hour and a half of like TikToks. Like, and I was like, oh, cool. Like, but the kind of TikToks, like the having friends over, the random roommate, like things like that. Like,
yeah. Okay, interesting.
This video queued up for you to show you this.
Now, how you guys feeling? Feeling pumped.
Dude, honestly, I'm kind of nervous.
Me too.
What's that?
I'm feeling nervous too. I just have like a weird feeling in my stomach.
I guess that feeling never goes away, huh?
No, I'm usually never nervous. Yeah, I don't know. I just woke up feeling off today. Just like luck's not on my side.
I hate to hear that. Who's with which instructor?
I'm with you. And glasses, you'll be with my guy Dirk over there.
So, I don't even get him on the weekends now, huh?
You all good, D?
My lawyer. I just lost the kids.
Should we maybe head back? Yo, you guys talking vibes? Something's weird, right?
Why is he wearing AirPods?
Yeah, but maybe this is my first day jitters, you know?
Oh my god, dude, maybe we should jump.
I don't trust my guy to pull the cord.
So this is my life, huh? Okay.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, well, okay, it's hard to not have the 10 out of 10 sketch when like you have Michael Keaton also. And my favorite fact about Michael Keaton is he started as a stand-up comedian.
Didn't know that. Don't know much about him. I think he's from Nebraska.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that was a guess. Just, an educated guess, maybe. Mr. Keaton. I'm guessing he's 58.
I'm pretty sure he's in his 60s. He's 73. Looks great for 73 though.
Yeah.
And he's from Pennsylvania.
Okay. Kind of similar shape.
Are they?
Pennsylvania might be a tad.
I don't know.
If you're looking at the country, I think Pennsylvania's a tad smaller. By a tad, probably a lot. When we're talking about the size of the state, Nebraska is just long and square. Driven through it multiple times. One of the most boring drives in America, but it's farmland. Maybe I'm just used to it. Maybe it's a great drive for other people. I'm just been there, done that.
Yeah. I'm trying to see.
Yeah.
Where the fuck's Nebraska?
In like the middle of the country.
Oh yeah. I guess they're similar. That is a lot smaller.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy. Like I doubt that's why you thought that, but I thought I bet you're the same shape.
Can you show me?
Yeah. So here's Pennsylvania.
Oh, this is not a good outline.
No, it's not. But
I thought I was going to see the shape of the state.
Kind of are. Oops. Nebraska's right gray here. You can see the outline.
Carapolis.
Yeah, that was where I just clicked on the link. That was where Michael Keaton was born.
Okay.
But yeah. So
my guess on him being born in Nebraska wasn't far off based on the state's shape.
It's a fucking stretch, brother.
Just
that's it. I know, but I'm saying that's you can't be like, well, the shape was of the one I guessed.
It's
was
just
similar.
A fact. That's science, dude.
Okay. I'm glad you liked the videos I brought you today.
They're great. Yeah, yep. I think the last one is probably my favorite.
Well, we should get you moving back to Chicago so you can have a gym with a steam room.
That would be nice. It's an expensive gym.
I mean, it's not. What do you pay a month for your gym?
80.
That's what I pay.
No, it's not.
I pay 84.
Okay.
I get a pool. I have a hot tub. I have a sauna, a steam room, a locker room. I assume they all have that.
Usually people change. So, I mean, depends where you are. Some big gym complaint is just the guys that just wear, I don't care how big you are, but when they just wear the piece that is just, it's a cutoff, but it's not even a cutoff.
Oh, anymore. It doesn't cover their nipples.
It's a rag and it's just straight down their body. It's okay, maybe man, maybe, or woman. I don't really see girls wearing this. Guys, I'm talking to guys. Maybe just use that to clean your car. It's now a rag.
Yeah.
Like it's not no more.
I don't like that. I've never liked that look. Because in the early 2000s, that was a big look too. Like when they'd cut them real low to, on the sides, the tank tops, and
Yep.
like they're just like they're so far in, and I'm like, I like working out in a fucking t-shirt. You know what I mean? Like I don't really like tank tops that much.
Yeah.
Like I will for like 4th of July, things like that. I'll wear one like if I'm in the pool. But like even if I'm working out, I'm like I don't really want to, because usually the gym is like air conditioned. It's perfect temperature
Yeah.
year
Sometimes
round.
a little chilly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like sometimes I like to work out in a sweatshirt. Like my goal when I'm there is to sweat as hard as I can. So not even. But yeah, if you come back to Chicago, you should just get one of the. And the cool thing is you can go to any of the athletic clubs, the Wicker Park, Lincoln Park, Lakeview. There's got to be more.
That's true. That's true.
So
if we find a studio, we got to find a studio.
Yeah, you got to find a place before we find a studio.
I'm more worried about a studio.
Yeah, Logan's got to love that. She's like, "Where are we sleeping?" You're like, "Don't fucking worry about it. We are gonna record first, and then we can go to bed."
behind the green screen, there's a sleeping bag.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Well,
that was an hour on the dot.
Look at that. We're getting good at this. It only took us what 3-4 years.
3 and 4 years and one disability episode.
One disability episode, we were able to hit it right on the head.
I don't think we've talked about the D word before. Better than the R word. You can't say that one, but the D word's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna edit that out.
Topics range from sports to the stars above, with Jackson, Spencer, and Michael's love. Chasing dreams on the radio waves, reminding us to live our days so brave. When the world gets serious, turn the dial for goofy wisdom and Michael's smile. Jackson's wit cut sharper than the wind. In the Windy City, they're your best friends. Windy City Joes, they got the groove. When the mics go loud